Fellas, whomever, man. Good day, first and foremost. Top of the morning. Hope all is well in your direction. Thank you to the Most High for the opportunity to be here again. Put your best foot forward. Try harder than you did the other day and make it happen. Let's not be so selfish to not be of servitude today to someone who needs it. Give a compliment today. Give a helping hand. Be useful in today's. Don't just consume and take. Actually give if you could. This video is gonna be hard. I watched a few videos prior to this one that got me kind of fired up. Last night or just even this morning, going on to the business page on Instagram. As soon as I open it up, I see the same woman I only see on here, and I gotta make a better point of unfollowing people that I'm not sure why the business page even follows anybody. But women that don't support the business, they don't support really anyone but themselves or the people they choose and want to, which is usually businesses that don't need any help or support. All the name brands don't need you to keep surviving. You cannot spend in another dollar and these companies will still thrive. But um, small business, black owned business, whatever you want to call it, these women aren't supporting, they're not helping with, they're not in any way. They just take pictures of themselves in the mirror, and that's pretty much, they need you to tell them they look cute again. And that's pretty much the day for a lot of women. I go over here, I take pictures because I'm cute. I come over here, I take pictures because I'm cute. I come over here to let you know you can't, you're not doing what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. Look at me. Look, 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 look. It's it's on a level of, it's seeming as if these people think they're more important than what they really are. It's an inflated viewpoint of oneself, that you get all this attention, you get all these likes, you get all these comments. Ooh, you see that number go from 18 to 25 to 50, 100, 300, 600, 1,000. I'm getting better. I gotta keep doing whatever it is I'm doing and look at the stats of my. But where does this get us in the whole totality of society when women don't feel comfortable around men? Men don't feel like women are themselves anymore. You have the gray area of gay men, gay women, trans, bisexual motherfuckers. It's just all fucked up out here, man. And if they cut that internet off, man, a lot of you motherfuckers wouldn't know what to do, man. Cause I can go stand in front of a crowd of people and turn the cameras off and have a conversation. Just in the barbershop 2 different times in the last month. Had in-depth conversation. No camera, no filming, no nothing. But I know how to actually engage in a conversation with a group of like-minded or people who have different views, thoughts, opinions on a subject, multiple subjects, and be able to hold my own as well as learn if I didn't know something and under flow in between. Know when to interject, know when to be quiet, blah blah blah. I know how to do all this. You all like to paint your own picture. And to me, this social media shit is, I forget the comedian that says it, it's like doing an autobiography written, directed, and produced by you. You ain't gonna talk to your mom about this part. We ain't gonna talk to your brother about this part. We ain't gonna talk to none of your girlfriends or your teachers or your co-workers. You just tell the whole story. I was born, I was great. I didn't get in trouble at all as a child. I was the smartest child in school. What school did you go to? Was this homeschool? But I digress. I have been on. Let's get into this bullshit. Women listening to other women who sell themselves short and sleep with everybody is not the wave. I don't think niggas should. I don't know niggas who do this. It, like I said, it's only 500 to 700 dudes who fucking the majority of y'all. They're the ones who have the look, have the money, have the resources, and the mentality to trick off, fuck off money, spend money, get it in fast ways, or he got enough money to just do shit that a normal dude can't whisk you away to the high end restaurant every night. With the next, we in a mansion or a high end loft or penthouse, driving a $100,000 or more car with jewelry, you know, brand name clothes from top to bottom. That's not everyday life. It's not because men don't want to inspire to be that. His job only pays this amount. His bills come to this amount. After that, how much money is left, ladies? He's not traveling. He's not tricking off. He's going to work, working hard, but they pay this. Well, why don't you just, this is how women I've heard, why don't you just get a better job? Why don't you go out of the bathroom to work? You work in your bathroom. You take pictures in the mirror and you send them out and hope some desperate, horny ass nigga who ready to jack off again to the hope and the sight of getting you pays your bills. You don't do anything for society but make niggas bust nuts on the floor in their socks. So I don't really want to hear nothing you talking about. But look at this horrible example of a fucking mother. Fuck a woman. You're a horrible example as a fucking mom. We praise women like this, and we don't even know who the black women scholars of our time are. We don't know who the black engineers and scientists and doctors and lawyers and teachers, and we don't know none of them. But we done seen this bitch 100 times.
I have been on a foot strike since October.
Get the French toast out of here.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, and I'll go the rest of 2023 if nobody was to act right.
After like 3 months, it gets easier.
What?
Yeah,
Is that
I mean,
right
I'm
now?
almost 4, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I could go the rest of the year like this.
No problem.
Because the thought of a man who doesn't value me over top of me.
Whoa.
There's one time where I thought I was, being Billy Badass, and I 3 guys in a week. Had a mean yeast infection.
I thought I was being a badass and had 3 guys sleep with me in one calendar work week, and I had a mean yeast infection. What the fuck are you telling people this for? I bet the men who fucked you didn't tell nobody. But you telling everybody without naming their names, you fucked 3 niggas and had a yeast infection. Does yeast infections come from fucking 3 niggas? Or can you get a yeast infection without them 3 niggas? Ladies, has every yeast infection you had come across because you fucked 3 niggas in a week? Or is something wrong with this bitch's pussy? Yeah, well, it can. I don't want to hear that shit. Stupid ass bitch. Look at the smile on her face. Of joy, yeast infection, joy. Why she got her legs cocked open?
So let me get this straight.
So yeah, I've given men my body that didn't deserve it, and it was what it was. But the thought of that now literally makes me want to puke.
Brittany Renner continues to be the perfect modern woman example of what happens when you chase clout, when you chase the city girl lifestyle, and when you chase money and a lifestyle without understanding that there's going to be consequences and repercussions for your actions. Single and alone, with high mileage, with a tarnished reputation, with a bastard child, charging more today than when you came into the game 10 years ago. But she set the example for these women to follow.
I think that you should just be a slut.
Women, sleep with who you want to sleep with. Do it however much you want to.
I 3 dudes in one night.
I went to a party. I had sex with 3 different guys in one night. I cheated on my boyfriend with the guy I told him not to worry about.
If he goes on vacation with his boys, I am cheating.
I think women should stop sleeping with men, to be honest.
When I'm in a relationship, I don't believe in spending my money on my man.
Like many women, I didn't need a man to buy my house, to buy my car, or keep my lights on. I don't need you guys for anything.
I don't want a son because they're the problem.
I can save myself financially, I can make myself happy, I can make myself orgasm. Like, what in the world could a dude offer me?
You don't need a man to make you feel better, babe. Do you know what you need? An iced coffee.
Independent and your own money and are no man because man ain't.
I don't need no man.
I don't need no man, and I don't want to birth no boys, and all of these men are toxic within their masculinity, yada, yada, yada. We've heard this time and time again from young women up to old women. But see, modern day women only talk like this in first world countries, but wait until the barbarian knocks at the gate, who they come to for help. Outside of my family and my immediate loved ones, I ain't helping shit. More than likely, because I'm going to be overseas. Get y'all passports.
Why do you choose abstinence?
It sounds corny, but when I was younger, my mom said to be very, very picky about who you choose to.
Please listen to this woman. Why do you choose abstinence is the question. Okay? And for all of y'all to be like, that's her. You pieces of shit. You're a piece of shit, man. You were fucking well before you should have been. You were fucking in high school, most of you. Fucking and fucking for nothing. You got nothing from it. You got nothing to show from it. You ain't with none of them niggas. None of them niggas respected you. But that's her. And what are you?
I took it to heart, and then middle school, high school, everyone was having sex and no one was offering to have sex with me. I wasn't gonna do it, but it would have been nice to have an offer. And then insecurities took in, but I had a relationship with the Lord, so I prayed about it. And he basically said, you don't really want to, so why would you want someone to offer it? I'm like, you got a point. So it's just the matter of being content with who I am, and then also understanding sex is such a deep thing. Sex is a very powerful thing. And it's very intimate and very personable, and I'm kind of like not into like. I'm sorry. You're good. I don't know. I just think it's very intimate. So it's like the reality of someone being literally inside of me. It's like I need to know who you are.
God praise this woman. Praise her and protect her, and let her message resonate.
I do that on the first night. Like it's just more so not taboo, but it's something that I know I fully enjoy, but I would want to be safe in that.
I honestly cannot believe that the idea of saving your viscous innards for the right guy is considered corny. Picking correctly used to be favored in this world, but now we live in a clown world where you're not cool until you get sprayed in. No wonder why so many of them are up in arms about their right to choose.
These girls are lying. They are lying. They are not getting dressed up, going to the club, full face of makeup, hair extensions, eyelashes for themselves. Okay? Remove the Matrix microchip and answer the question from your honest gut, ladies. Come on. Come on, you're doing it for attention. You're doing it for attention from men. You're doing it because you naturally compete with other women. That's why you're doing it.
Play little girl games, you're going to get little girl prizes. Young women think they have time for all this. They have time for all these games. It's fun and games when you're in your 20s. When that wall hits and you fall over like Humpty Dumpty, you're going to be thinking, why did I play these games? Why didn't I prioritize marriage and family planning when I'm out here living for the streets, thinking it's cute?
If you're irritated at women, there's something wrong with you because they're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right. If you got pregnant because you had sex, you'd be pretty damn choosy too. Clue in a bit and then, well, don't they find you attractive? Well, maybe you're not. Do you have a plan? Are you as educated as you could be? Are you a liar? If you were better, you'd be more successful with women. You cannot be angry at women. It's a sign of psychological trouble.
Jordan Peterson is absolutely correct here when he says not to be mad at women, but
That's the only part he got right. Ain't no need to be mad at him, but
With all due respect, he's a fantastic psychologist, but he's not been in these streets, in these modern day streets, because he's been married for his entire adult life. He doesn't see the utter delusion, the pure unrealistic expectations of the modern woman today. So to say that women are right categorically is severely understating or misrepresenting reality.
Who you choose as a wife will determine your success or failure. So as you are choosing girlfriends, figure out, am I choosing crazy? Am I choosing emotional? Am I choosing reckless? Or am I choosing someone who could be equally yoked as me? Who you choose as a wife determines success or failure in a man's life.
You will have a man married to a woman.
boys need to be able to go to wherever that is, or Zoom calls.
She has OnlyFans. What the?
Who you choose as a wife will determine your success or failure. So as you are choosing girlfriends, figure out, am I choosing crazy? Am I choosing emotional? Am I choosing reckless? Or am I choosing someone who could be equally yoked as me? Who you choose as a wife determines success or failure in a man's life.
You will have a man married to a woman. She has OnlyFans. What the is that? Am I married to a prostitute? What are we doing? Is she a sugar mama? What is it? Like, well, what do you define that? Well, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. He's secure, and she's good, and they have children. They don't know, and she's a good, righteous woman. She's a Christian, and she... What the hell are we doing? This is the future. And you'll accept it, because we have.
How many Filipino girlfriends did you have?
Many.
Many?
The problem is all she cared about was taking care of me, and I don't need somebody that does that.
Oh.
All she was worried about all the time is how I am and what I'm doing. Everything I do, oh, let me do that.
Let's be honest, neither one of us has a lot of time to waste, so I'm just gonna jump right in and ask you some questions. I'm physically attracted to you. Are you physically attracted to me? Are you single? Is there anyone who believes you are not single? Do you want marriage? Do you have a legal form of income? Do you have your own residence? Do you have your own transportation? Do you have a passport, TSA pre-check, or clear?
Do you think if the girl in the relationship starts gaining weight and the guy finds himself unattracted to her, do you think it's okay for the guy to tell the girl, I'm becoming unattracted to you, I hope that you can fix it, or I want you to fix it?
Yes.
So if a guy says, I think you're becoming unattractive because you're getting a little fat, I think that's like a total red flag.
Let me ask you another question. If your guy was to lose his job, is that okay?
No.
That's not okay. Alright. These are the two sides where it's like men typically go for girls based on attraction, right? Well, both parties do, but I think men more so are like more physically stimulated, right? But women, what we go for besides physical attraction even more is stability. So if a woman loses her attractiveness, why is it not okay for the man to encourage her to become what he fell in love with? Because if your man lost his job, would we even be having this conversation where it's like, how can I talk to him in a way where I won't hurt his feelings, or we just be like, get a job?
Well, I feel like that really affects your life, like your whole finances, everything. Most couples break up because of financial reasons.
But also a lot of couples break up because of cheating as well, and cheating definitely happens because of a lot of reasons, but I would think the main reason why couples cheat or men cheat is because either they're not getting sex from their wives or because they're not attracted to their wives anymore.
What most modern men don't understand today is that the rules of your relationship has been created and manufactured in order to deal with women's emotions and women's double standards. If you weaken the man in a relationship, then it's a lot more easy to control you. Why do you think most of the advertisements in this world are dedicated towards women? Well, because women make 80% of the purchasing decisions in the United States. And the more that this happens, the less structure that it is. Why do you think now that words don't have any meaning and that they're fluid? Why do you think now that gender doesn't have any meaning and it's completely fluid? Why do you think that now that the size of your waist is completely fluid? And how dare you bring it up to her attention, because your feelings don't matter. It's absurd.
But I feel like he should phrase it in a healthy way so he doesn't piss her off.
Okay, so he can say it, but he has to frame it in a way that's not going to be embarrassing to her, right?
It's just so hilarious to me today that how many modern women on their dating profiles want a guy to communicate, but then they also say that we don't want you to communicate the truth to us. But But it is what it is, though. I say if you bring back strong men, you're going to bring a lot of order back into our society today. But what do I know?
Theo's nose was caused.
I'm gonna just give you a little fair warning. This one gonna be hard, fellas. This one gonna be hard to watch. Some ladies with some decency, this shit might bother you, but the rest of you probably won't find too much wrong with it. Just business as usual. But it's embarrassing. Yeah, it's quite embarrassing to see women behave this way. Listen.
Being hit on when it's realistic. But sometimes I just be like, you didn't even think you was gonna make that shot. Like, BFFR.
Who in the blue hell are you?
It's like y'all think just because somebody gained a lot of followers on TikTok, they supposed to be this role model, this perfect young black woman that everybody should look up to. No. I only did blow up on TikTok from talking about catching 100 bodies before 18. Damn! Bodies! What about that gets role model? I caught chlamydia before. Wow. Is that giving role model? No.
You're a damaged goods lady.
I'm just a regular hoe.
Them folk call themselves a regular hoe, man. Somebody raised her or something, right? She got parents, family, and shit. 100 bodies before 18.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Y'all think TikTok followers change somebody's life? I'm not white. I'm not Charlie, baby. Renegade. No! I got some wigs. That's what I get. I ain't get no brand new, no sponsorships. I ain't out here living life good. Living life like that. You see them dishes? I'm trifling. Like, TikTok don't change nothing in my life but how many wigs I got.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Thank you, but listen, I'm only human. Y'all expect me to be this perfect influencer and boom, no. Y'all get a wrong platform because, baby, I'm not social media responsible. I'm not politically correct. I'm going to end up offending a lot of you clones, but I love y'all for following me. But at the end of the day, baby, I'm not perfect. And that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
That was tough, wasn't it?
You know, the most disturbing thing about that entire rant, it's not the fact that she admitted she was trifling. That's bad. It's not the fact that she caught chlamydia. Disturbing. It's not the fact that she even caught 100 bodies by the time she was 18.
What is it, big dog?
It's also just quite shocking in its own right. The fact that there are actually people out there who are looking to her to be a voice of guidance for advice and a role model. Yeah, look to the young woman who decided to collect bodies like kids used to collect Pokemons back in the early 2000s. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about our society, I don't know what does.
Welcome back to the official series of Narcissist Talks About Their Flaws. All right, let's get started. So I'm super stubborn. Like, I'm really, really stubborn. And so I don't listen to criticism or any direction very well at all, really. I'm really trying to work on that, but I'm not that good at that. While I appear very confident, I'm actually very insecure. I'm very good at appearing confident. I'm not actually confident. So one of my flaws is that I'm not a confident person. I'm very, very insecure. I'm just good at, like, you know, seeming like I am. I feel like I have an empty void inside of me that I'm always trying to fill, so I tend to use other people to fill it, and I tend to use people as entertainment, and in the past I used people in very, very toxic, unhealthy ways. So it's still something that I do, but I try to do it more mindfully, more so like I don't know how to explain it. Like for part 4.
There was a study.
Charges should be filed upon this. And fuck jails. That's a whole nother prison reform and jail and all that shit. That's a whole nother conversation I could talk about immediately, but excuse-moi. I'm gonna sit with it for a moment because with that person being just expressed on camera is something people like myself did not know was a thing, felt as if shit was shaky and funny with how women behaved and treated him of all ages. You know, fellas, like, I give you a small example as to where a woman you've known for a good amount of time, whatever that is, past 3-4 months, meaning you're around constantly, somebody you work with, somebody you go to school with. You've seen them in public settings, you've seen them around other people, you know their personality pretty much. And then they do something, it could be very small, or it could be something very drastic, that is so not of how they've been showing you they were. And you've done nothing to really bring on a real cause of change. You're not doing anything different. It's you do the same thing and get some different ass outcome suddenly when the outcome has always been this, but for some reason you did it the same way. Nothing offensive, egregious, or something she told you not to do, ladies, for trying to, it depends on what he did. No. That's why I give the fucking setup of it wasn't that, bitch. And she do something different. Example of what that young lady before was talking about. They play big boy games. The cuter they are, the more insecure they are. The more she gonna try to out-talk you. The more she gonna, you gotta understand, for a cute girl, niggas been trying to fuck her since she was probably about 8. We're talking about just cute. No body yet, no titties form, no hair on the pussy. She just been cute. She's damn near, some of them been damn near gorgeous. Long hair, pretty eyes, just facial features is everything a woman is, no matter what race she was. But niggas been trying to fuck her. Horribly, she may have been molested. She may be sexually assaulted by someone very close to her. That happened. All that, I'm a bad bitch and I'm an alpha male. But you can say what you're saying now, but you ever been sexually assaulted or molested or raped or had trains ran on you and all that type of jazz, that's bad. That shit fucks with you. So I'm gonna go as far as saying this. I believe it to be very true. And it doesn't matter what I've gotten over. It doesn't matter that I was a little boy. It doesn't matter what the fuck y'all talking about. Inside and internally, it would fuck with me to a point that if I was a little boy, I gotta go little, like 5 or 6, and a nigga raped me. I don't think I could ever be that tough and be talking shit and could stand up for a lot of shit. And you'd be like, you was a little boy, it was okay. Yeah, it's okay. It ain't happened no more, luckily. I didn't have to kill a nigga. But I'm sure that would shape me in such a way, so impactful to the point that I don't see it impacting women as to where they just do the wrong thing when it comes to how to handle shit, how to handle their emotions, how to handle hurt, trauma. They don't want nobody to know. They don't want nobody looking at them and shit and feeling sorry for them. And they don't want no sympathy. You know, they don't want nothing. They just want to lie and not tell the motherfucking truth about what the fuck they doing, how they feel, everything. They don't want to fucking do it. They don't want to just be held accountable straight out. They can't take it. A whole bunch of them. It ain't but like 8 of them that can or some shit. And they done live life. They over the bullshit. They'll admit they was wrong. And matter of fact, they'll work on not even being like that no more. They ain't got time to play. You motherfuckers, man, all I've seen is playing with men, playing with people. Shit don't go your way, you dodge a nigga, dust a nigga, put a nigga in jail. I've seen the most horrible situations. But you could have let that man go. You knowing well that man loved you. That man used to be a certain type of way, but I actually seen niggas clean it up by the bitch. And that bitch was playing games, but it's all good because some other nigga played games with her so many times. Y'all niggas followed the leader ass shit and went too far. We are the leader, but you wasn't with our best and our strongest. You were not with the leaders of men. You were with fuck boys. You were with niggas who can't be in the meetings because they'll go tell everybody, get the shit canceled, shut down, because you can't tell them shit. They want to go, you were with the buckers. You were with the lazy motherfuckers. You were with the violent ones of us. That's who you were with, the non-thinkers of us. You wasn't with the strongest and brightest. Because who was in the glee club? Who was in debate club? Who was in these math club? Who was in these clubs if you was fucking with the coldest niggas of man? You follow the leader game. Y'all start playing that shit at 14. And they say a lot of women stop at 14. So y'all little girl as fuck in the brain. How I know that shit is true that I just heard a few days ago is because I'm looking at the same girls who were the same way in high school are pretty much the same bitch now. She ain't no different. Same bitch. Honey, I'm a mother and I don't know. You a bitch who got kids now. You been fucking. You been fucking with a nigga. You been going to work or whatever. You're doing what you been doing, bitch. But you ain't nothing no more than what you always been. You ain't defined. How's your life gonna be defined? Because you go to basketball games for your son and your daughter and soccer games. And you used to be a cheerleader. You used to be on the dance team. You stayed at the games. You like that shit. You like going, no, it's about me supporting my kid. Did you even want them kids all the way? Tell that. Say it. Say it honest. Did you want them kids with that nigga? See, I get into that real shit. Y'all like shit to be surface and just let it be. It ain't never been able to just let shit be. Y'all punk ass motherfuckers don't want nobody to say shit about you, but you quick to point at boss. What about you, boss? What about you? What about me, bitch? I can try to be better. I can do better. Bitch, what you doing? You don't even want to address your bullshit that you continuously doing. You use people. You manipulate people. You lie to people for your motherfucking benefit. And boy, you so disparaged when you think somebody trying to do some shit you always getting away with. You simple ass bitch. Fuck y'all, man.
Call from the
all y'all who act like that.
Research conducted a study that said 63% of men under age 30 would rather stay home and watch porn than go on a date. Men said they are getting their needs met without having to go on a date. Would men rather stay single than be with a woman? Is the question.
That's what they're saying, pretty much.
63% of men.
I think they're cheap.
Yeah, they just ain't got no money.
They don't have money.
Got no money. What the fuck do you? Hold on, man. I'm not gonna go into a total history of the world, but I'm gonna throw out a stat And it matters not that you shrug your shoulders or look the way you look, but if you actually have a brain, you'll get the point of what I'm alluding to as to why this conversation behind me, why I reacted the way, knowing and not being ignorant to shit, leaves you susceptible to hearing bullshit. So, acknowledging bullshit, taking heed to knowing that's what that was. 1979 was the first year in American history, not worldwide, but in the Americas, that a woman could own a credit card without being married to a man. And the husband had to also sign for the card prior to that. He was an actual, authorized user on the account. That's the only way a woman could have a credit card. I'm not going to go into furthermore. Just listen to that, digest that, and fast forward to 2023. Another point. I was asking about business because I've always been intrigued about business. Opening, starting a business, growing a business, developing it, how it works, going into them, seeing the structure and the layout. And I asked about what was one of the first businesses in America. Your general supply store and your brothel. The saloon. Yeah. I.e., a place for the men who did all the bidding for them to fuck. Paid, fucking. Prostitution, hoeing, whatever you want to go by. Always been the thing. I say that to give a point that it's always been something built in this American society that men have and are and always been willing to pay for pussy, flat out. Even exchange. 40, pussy. Yay. Always been a thing. There will always be a large group of men that take their proceeds from being active in the world and making a difference and making shit to where it is. How does the cars work? How do the satellites work? How does the plumbing work? How do the lights come on? Who's built the expressways, the elevators, the escalators, the airplanes? Who's doing any of your luxuries? Who's running the internet? Who's running your social media network? I didn't hear anything about women making any of that happen. So, you're giving off this energy nowadays as if you guys have always been wherever you think you are in your head. You're so removed from what reality is that you only live in the now that you make. I live in that's why they say things like that. Well, in my head, in my mind, where's anywhere in your mind affected anything out here on the mass level? I'll wait. Name one woman that in her mind she thought some shit and made that shit what is our world today. I'm I'm waiting, I said. Because you're on a telephone, you use a TV, you drive a car. I don't think a woman had anything to do. In my mind, I want to be able to. The shit in a woman's mind be some shit that's not realistic shit. That would be in your mind. Women who actually do shit, just plant a garden. Get a cat, dog. Work is this. Fuck with this particular guy. It don't stay in her mind. She fucking go do it or not. But that in my mind, I think you motherfuckers are ungrateful. Because I appreciate women, good, solid ladies of God and in good standings. I appreciate them wholeheartedly. They make the world what it is. I wish they spoke up more. I wish they talked more. I wish they engaged more with these lost motherfuckers. I appreciate them. That is my only gripe with them. They don't step out more and do their part to get on to you hoes. Because you're horrible. You're despicable. Deplorable. You're horrible. It's the worst. Women refer to themselves as thoughts now. Like, demon time and are like, come on, man. Where's God at? But you women don't appreciate men as a whole. You got lost in this, whoever is helping this viewpoint of our weakest thinkers control the narrative out here. And everybody should get a choice. Everybody should get a pick. Everybody should be able to vote for a bitch ass thing. Everybody shouldn't have no decision making when it comes to nobody else. Because motherfucker, let's have some type of checklist. And I got one. You don't believe every man, woman, and child should deserve equal rights to living, having clean water, clothes, shoes, blah, 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 shelter, somewhere to stay, AC, heat, you feel me? Good education, boom, boom, boom. And they say, no, you have to leave. You not leave like go out of this building. Go down a trash compactor formulated for human consumption. It gets real hot down there. We're going to build a big ashtray. Dump your dirty, ashy ass in. You ain't worth a shit out here on the turf, nigga. You making it hard to go forward with anything. Motherfuckers like this talking about a nigga cheat. Bitch, what is you? Dependent. You dependent. A stripper's dependent. An OnlyFans bitch is dependent. A prostitute is dependent on a man going to do something that ain't in his fucking head. Physically, whether it be good or evil. I don't care if he's scamming, selling dope to pregnant women. I could care less, nigga. Just make sure you can buy me some, because I ain't paying for it. But I order it, but I ain't got it to pay for it myself. Or a bitch be like, I can pay for it myself. Well, pay for it then, bitch. Needing shit ass all the time, asshole. Whole love to need some. But from somebody fucking else than herself. Nigga, stop giving these motherfuckers anything. You get nothing. I give you a goddamn, I give you a gym membership discount card. That's what I give you. I see if your insurance will hook you up and let you see if you can join one of these gyms around here with your stomach ass, with your fat stomach ass, with your fat neck, fat chin ass, fat arms. How y'all niggas bigger than niggas and mad at niggas by anything? Y'all bigger than niggas, man. Bigger than whole men out this hole. But you don't want to hear nothing from no nigga. Shit, why not? Stop giving these needy, desperate motherfuckers any money and watch how they act. I bet they act right then. niggas is just cheap. No, niggas, bitch, you ain't worth a damn. Why the fuck is you needing a meal and you ain't gonna do shit after that? I'm gonna get this nigga food and go fuck something and suck somebody else tonight. Nah, I'm good. Who the fuck wouldn't think that's a good idea instead of spending all this money I ain't got on your dog ass who ain't appreciating of it? You just used to it. So, cause some lame ass nigga keep
They got no money.
shit.
They don't have money, which you should get your money up before.
But you should get your money up. Get your money up. Where the fuck do these hoes think? What country do we live in? This is a goddamn America. White man ain't finna have all you niggas rich as fuck. Rich, successful ass niggas everywhere. Everywhere you turn, every nigga you know. Over 100,000. Every nigga you know. How, motherfucker? How, nigga? In this country, get your money up. Get your bodies down, bitch. Get your weight down. Eat right, bitch. Exercise, bitch. Get some rest and sleep, bitch. Be kind and gentle and shit. Fucking tell me to get my money up. You ain't never been rich. In the history of society, you bitches ain't been rich. You're not rich. You cutting corners, getting help, getting assistance, getting tended to, getting forgiven, getting all type of perks and hand the fuck outs, and now you want me to be on the level as you. Bitch, you made more money than me in the... I gotta go somewhere and be somebody fucking with you.
But the same, pretty much.
63% of men. I think they're cheap. Yeah, they just ain't got no money. They don't have money, which you should get your money up before you start dating. So it is cheaper to sit home and beat your meat, right, than actually go out and find actual women to hang out with. That's
I
a sad
disagree.
reality.
I disagree.
Why? What do you think? Is it what less?
What do you think? Here we go.
With a woman or something?
There it goes. Like, it's a headache. Now I gotta take you out. I gotta hear what you had to tell your whole day.
That's why you take out people you actually like, and then you don't do that.
Yeah, but then what? I gotta get to know you first to like you, right?
Yeah.
So how do I get to know you?
Call them. So you rather pan?
Hey, listen. I'm married.
You always gotta say. Okay, so if you wasn't married,
I'd probably beat him. I mean, 100 miles an hour.
I think they solved the riddle by the literal first response of calling them broke because they don't want to go out or they don't want to waste their money on BS. Yeah, it's a lot of men who have come into the point where they're saying to themselves, you know what? I'm good. They're truly hurt that for the first time and maybe ever, men are saying flat out, you're not worth my time. And this is just an interesting topic because, guys, two things can be right at the same time. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, that what these women are saying is actually correct. That men are being cheap. They don't have money. They're broke. Do we really think that throughout history, this is the first time that there have been broke, cheap men in existence? I think not. And if you believe that, do you think that those men, despite all their financial shortfalls, didn't find a way to still go out, access women, and date them? Men who have had money and men who have not had money have always on some level desired and pursued women to some extent. I mean, let's not get it twisted. It has always been in man's nature to pursue, chase, capture, obtain. You can call it what you want. That which he deems important, valuable, or precious. And the truth of the matter is, many modern women have shown themselves to be none of those things. And maybe that's one of the real reasons why men are deciding to just stay home and not be bothered.
You believe this, TikTok? It's the big pharma problem, the big agri problem. By not participating, not eating the fast food, not eating the restaurant food, not eating what they're selling you, not buying what they're selling you. I'm telling you, not eating what they're selling you. And if somebody's selling you food on a commercial, that's a food you probably don't want to eat. There's a little jingle they're singing, that's a food you probably don't want to eat. Because food value is inversely proportional to the amount of marketing that's spent on that food. Because food value is inversely inversely proportional to the amount of marketing that's spent on that food. They don't market broccoli, don't market Brussels sprouts, don't market food that's good for you, they market food that is highly processed. The profit margins on cereals, and crackers, on breads is unconscionable. Because when you buy a box of cereal, for example, what you're basically buying is a box of air. Profit margin on that stuff is repulsive. Why do you think the biggest companies in the world, like Philip Morris and the cigarette companies, you know what else they own? Potato chip companies. They own the snack food companies.
Just because it's marketed on television doesn't mean it's good for you. Your diet, for the most part, should pretty much be something that comes out of the ground, fruits, vegetables, nuts, things of that nature, or something that comes off an animal. You already know, eggs, meat, things like that. Minimize processed foods. A little bit of process is okay. Something such as something that's been fermented, pickled, something like that, that's all right. But all that other stuff, you really should be trying to stay away from.
What's your biggest pet peeve about each other?
I
know it is.
My biggest pet peeve on him, once you get him started like on a topic, he does not stop. Especially if it's like super personal to him.
So he just talks your ear off.
Yes.
I can see why that's a pet peeve. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Her equating me to her experience with guys.
What do you mean?
You know that guys are dogs for the most part. That's the generalization. It's a stereotype, but not. I'd like to think I don't fit into that ideology. I don't care for that shit. But which is not. It's my biggest pet peeve. I don't really care for it. Obviously, I think she's amazing. But that's my only bit. Like my only pet peeve of her is that she thinks that, like, for example, I like look at other people more than I should have or whatnot. I don't know these people.
Your biggest pet peeve is that she gets jealous of you sometimes.
If you want to simplify it to that, yeah.
I can only call it how I see it. Maybe he just doesn't do good with answering questions on the spot, or maybe he needs to actually start standing up for himself. Because basically what it sounds like he's trying to say is that he's with a woman who still hasn't confronted and deal with issues in her past. And because of that, she judges him in the same light as the men who have came before him, even though he's done nothing through the entire relationship to earn that negative tag. Basically, she's a walking red flag. And that man needs to run and don't turn back.
How tall are you?
I'm a stallion. I'm 5'10".
Dress size? Huh? Dress size?
I'm 14.
Okay.
You and all your little...
Yeah, I'll do the same. Do you not? You get the same thing everybody else gets? Okay, man. So at 5'10", hold on. 5'10".
Don't try me, Kevin.
Oh, no, see, don't tell me what not to do. I've been nothing but... Hold on. Don't.
You know, the most interesting part about someone who is just so delusional is they think the reality that they have created is actually the real world. And that ends up becoming one of the major factors that actually prevent them from being able to self-reflect and actually experience real growth. Anyway, guys, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. As always, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Love to keep the conversation going. If you haven't already, but you've been enjoying the content,